Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live session on Life Simplified. And we are very excited and happy to launch our new series. And this whole series will go on for about a month, and the entire series is on relationships. So, every day at 3 p.m., you're going to have talks and forgiveness and blessing in relation to different types of relationships which most of us have. So, to start with, we are going to discuss today about our relationship with God. So, this is the topic for today, and we will be understanding the topic. Then, we will practice forgiveness, and then we will also practice some blessing along with it. And this is going to be the schedule, and this is going to be the pattern for the upcoming 1 month. So, stay tuned for every day at 3 p.m. for new topics on relationships and how to forgive and how to understand the different roles, the different hats that we wear in relation to various different relationships. So let's start with our topic for today, which is our relationship with God. Okay. So बहुत बार ऐसा लगता है कि I've often seen people, whenever there are challenges or there are problems या life में कुछ problem हो रहा है या कोई challenge आ रहा है, we often go और subconsciously we tell God, why me? आपने मेरे साथ ऐसा क्या कर दिया? Often you have people saying कि अरे भगवान ने मेरे को ये कौन दे दिया मेरे लाइफ में, भगवान ने मेरे को इस सिटी में क्यों पैदा कर दिया, भगवान ने मेरे साथ ऐसे क्यों किया, वैसे क्यों किया, why did God do this to me, why did God put me into this situation, why did God not give me a good skin or a good height or a good hair or this and that, why did God not put me in a rich family, so and so on and so on and so on. We often see बहुत बार हम लोग को जो मिला है, yes, one level of truth is, yes, we have received from God. But another level of truth is that God is not partial. God is all loving. God जो भी हम लोग को दे रहे हैं, yes, we are receiving from God, but we precisely get what we deserve. We precisely receive what we are worth of. And God being God is all loving. And God actually gives us the best possible which we are entitled to. God being God would want to shower all his or her powers on us. But God can also do that only if we have the entitlement. Because we are all bound with a law, and that is the law of karma. And based on our entitlements, based on the law of karma through which we get our entitlements, and based on our entitlements, we get whatever best of what we deserve, best of what we can get. So before passing even a mental comment or a subconscious comment that God, why did you do this to me? We have to be careful. How is our communication with God? Imagine if God was in front of you. So to give you an analogy कि ये relationship कैसे काम करता हो, तो एक analogy देने के लिए, जैसे कि on the physical level हमारे father or mother, or most of us also would be parents. So on the physical level, how we have parents and children. On the spiritual level, God is like our parent and we are his children. Now just to give you an analogy, एक उदाहरण के तौर पे आपको ये समझने के लिए, or little that we can understand about God. So just for example, if you have a child, okay, and the child constantly keeps complaining that, Mom, you don't do this for me. Mom, look at my other friend. He has so many cars. You don't have a car. Look at this. He has so much. I don't have. Look at that. Look at this. And if your child is constantly complaining to you as if you are not giving enough to your child, what will you as a parent think? आप आपके मन में क्या विचार बनाएंगे अगर आपका बच्चा हर समय कंप्लेन कर रहा है कि आपने मुझे ये नहीं दिया, आपने मुझे वो नहीं दिया, आपने मेरे लिए ऐसे नहीं किया, आपने मेरे लिए वैसे नहीं किया? What would be the thought that will come into your mind? So you as a parent, when you are in your parents' shoes, you will realize that you are actually giving the best possible resources, the best possible life that you can give to your child. और कहीं कहीं पर हमारे हाथ बंधे हैं, हमारा बस चले तो हम लोग और बहुत कुछ दे देंगे अपने बच्चों को, लेकिन उतना ही दे पाते हैं जितना हम दे सकते हैं. Similarly, now God is also giving us only that much of what we deserve. So one thing that we will practice even forgiveness on today is, let us not blame God whenever we have difficult circumstances. Let us not go into those thoughts where we keep having very little faith in God, जहाँ पे हम भगवान को बहुत आसानी से ब्लेम कर देते हैं कि आपने मेरे लिए ये नहीं किया या आपने मेरे लिए वो नहीं किया, and we easily subconsciously pass comments like this. Now, those who are from pranic healing backgrounds or any other backgrounds, and if you have little knowledge about chakras, तो क्या होता है कि जब भी हम लोग बहुत अंदर से कंप्लेन करते हैं टू गॉड, and our relationship with God actually has a direct impact, a very big impact on our crown chakra, which is on the center of your head area. So when you constantly keep complaining to God, not complaining to your family members, not complaining to life, but कुछ भी life में नहीं आ रहा है, आप ऊपर बोल रहे हो कि भगवान आपने मेरे साथ कुछ गलत किया. So whenever we complain or whenever we nag or when we crib about life, when we do those things, our crown chakra, it gets shut. Or not completely shut, but basically the energy or the chakra size, it really reduces. Especially when we crib and complain about life, and when we crib and complain to God, and this is what spoils our relationship with God. Now, how can our attitude be actually? How can we make this as a healthy attitude? So we need to start having more faith that I am getting whatever I deserve, and God is all loving. God is not partial. God ये नहीं बोलता है कि अच्छा मुझे ये इंसान अच्छा लग रहा है तो हम इसको 2 skills ज़्यादा दे देंगे. You know, one of the statement which people pass, which I really don't resonate to, is when we tell someone if somebody is very talented, we say, oh, this person is God gifted. Sometimes I used to wonder, how can a person be God gifted? Because God gives gifts to everyone. And God is all loving. God के लिए हम लोग सब उसी की संतान हैं. We are all His children. So why will God give special gifts to some people and not give special gifts to some people? So some people, they also live with this fact that, oh, I'm a jinxed person or I'm an unlucky person. Some people say, no, I'm a God-gifted person. So we need to realize that God is not partial. God ऐसे नहीं, so God being God cannot say कि no, I like this soul more, तो इसको हम ज़्यादा talented बना देंगे. ये इंसान हमको इतना अच्छा नहीं लगता, इसलिए हमको इसको कम talented बना देंगे, इसको खराब जिंदगी देंगे. Why will God do that? So we have to refrain from such unnecessary thoughts or such thoughts processes where we kind of make thoughts where, oh, God is God gifted है, भगवान ने उसको तो बहुत अच्छी life दे दी, इसीलिए वो life में successful हो रहा है. No, if somebody is successful, let's respect that fact that that person has got the entitlement. And let's have faith in God कि God उसको दे रहे हैं. Yes, God is making that person attract certain things in life, but everything is based on entitlements. If that particular soul, अगर उसकी entitlement है तो उसे मिलेगा. आपके थ्रू नहीं मिलेगा तो किसी और के थ्रू, तो किसी और के थ्रू. और यही faith हम लोग को अपने आप के लिए भी रखना है कि if I deserve something, I will get it. God will give it to me. If not through this source, maybe through some other source. And that is having faith in God that yes, God will give me, or I will receive. God, or आप उसे universe बोल लीजिए, universe or God will give me all that I deserve. And a lot depends, by the way, on how we give to the universe. The universe will give it back to us, and there is no favoritism, there is no partiality in the kingdom of God. There can be favoritism, there can be partiality in our society, in our community, in our offices. बहुत जगह पर हो सकती है. But in the kingdom of God, it doesn't happen like that. उनके अकाउंट्स में, उनके सारे हिसाब किताब में ये गलतियाँ नहीं हो सकती, because that is God and God is all loving and God is also all forgiving. So as we continue with our talk here, 2 things I want to highlight. One is refrain from blaming God. Instead, replace your thought process. God को blame करने के पहले कि आपकी वजह से मेरा ऐसा हुआ है, how about asking God that why am I attracting this? ये situation, ये चीज़ें मैं अपनी लाइफ में क्यों attract कर रही हूँ? What is the lesson for me to learn? Don't you think that's a better question to ask? So instead of blaming, let us treat God like our spiritual father or a spiritual mother or a spiritual parent. And whenever we get stuck in life, this is one connection that is going to help us survive long. So whenever you have questions about life, increase your connection and your communication with God. Our relationship with God can become stronger, and a big responsibility is on our shoulders कि हम इस relationship को कैसे treat करते हैं. क्या इस रिलेशनशिप को हम लोग तभी याद करते हैं जब लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं, या ये रिलेशनशिप को हम तभी याद करते हैं जब हमको कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट काम पर जाना होता है? When do we really remember this relationship? How do we see this relationship? Do we have a lot of complaints against this relationship? Do we always feel that God is like my enemy? मेरे साथ हमेशा गलत ही करता है. Do we have this kind of relationship? What is our relationship? How is the condition of our relationship? How is our inner communication with God? That will define our relationship. So friends, let's strengthen our relationship with God. Let's start by strengthening it with God. Let's understand that yes, God exists, universe exists. Of course, we cannot see it with two eyes, but we can feel the presence. So अगर आप God में नहीं भी believe करते, just your relationship with the universe, how do we treat that? Yes, there is God in every person, we realize that, and we know that God is watching everything, but also let's remember that how is our inner communication? अंदर ही अंदर दिल में हम लोग किस तरह के thoughts भेजते हैं God को, किस तरह के विचार बनाते हैं भगवान के लिए, जो भी भगवान को आप मानते हैं, किस तरह के अंदर से feelings हम लोग radiate करते हैं for God. So let's monitor and let's give little attention to what kind of thoughts, what kind of words, what kind of actions are we creating towards God. What is our inner subconscious? How are our thoughts? So today we will practice and we will ask for forgiveness and we will also forgive. Many times let us admit कि अगर आपने कभी हो सकता है कि भगवान के लिए नेगेटिव भी सोचा है, doesn't matter, we can ask for forgiveness. So let us practice forgiveness today towards God. Let's also give forgiveness, ask forgiveness, and let's make this relationship strong. And let's have more faith in this relationship. Let's realize that God is a supernatural power. Yes, but we don't need to fear. बहुत लोग एक अपनी रिलेशनशिप जो भगवान के साथ है डर से बंधी हुई होती है. We do many things for God. मंदिर में जाते हैं, चढ़ावा देते हैं, ये करते हैं, वो करते हैं डर से. Many people who have superstitions, जिनके अंदर अंधविश्वास होता है, तो उनकी जो रिलेशनशिप की चेन है वो डर से बंधी हुई है. So with some people it is anger, with some people it is fear. So how is our quality of relationship? Do we only pray to God or do we think about God because we are fearful? Then the base of our relationship becomes fear. So what is our basis? So this whole topic is to reflect on and to tune inside and to check that how is really my relationship with God. Think about a moment if God takes a form and just appears in front of you. What are you going to talk about? How are your inner thoughts? What are the thoughts that you have projected? Just reflect on it. And that will give you an analysis as to how is your relationship with God. Alright? So let us now practice forgiveness. We will do the forgiveness prayer 7 times and we will practice forgiveness towards God. Okay? So I request all of you, if you like, you can put your hands in the Namaste posture or you can just keep your palms open, whatever you like, whatever you're comfortable. Just take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Just visualize as if you are talking to God. And today we will ask for forgiveness for all the negative things, negative blames और internal complaints. जो बहुत सारी complaints हम लोग करते हैं भगवान के लिए, as if भगवान ने कुछ mistake कर दी है हमारे साथ. We will ask for forgiveness for all these thoughts that we have created in the past. Okay? So visualize as if you're talking to God. You mentally say or verbally say, Atma Namaste. I salute the divinity within you. We are all your children and we all make mistakes and we are all evolving. Please forgive me for my mistakes. Please forgive me for blaming you. Please forgive me for blaming you for the problems, for the challenges that I face in life. Please forgive me for all the complaints, all the cribbing and nagging that I have done, consciously or subconsciously towards you. Please forgive me for not taking responsibility of my life and putting the blame on you. Thank you for